So I wanted to come on here and share with you guys some things that I have learned from other traditions that were more than okay to borrow, that have helped me in my daily practice. One of which is this: the covering of the head and the covering of the neck. Now, I learned many years ago that spirits can attach to you. I learned that back when I was ghost hunting back in the day. So I learned back then that they could attach to you pretty much anywhere. And we had many different people on our ghost hunts say that they felt something on their legs or something on their shoulders, but mainly it was upper body, and they felt heaviness, or they felt something like lingering behind their ears. So as I pursued this spiritual journey, I learned that was a very real thing, that spirits oftentimes do attach themselves to the back of your neck. And I've said it in many videos, because when that happens, you feel a heaviness on your shoulders and a heaviness on your neck. And that's because it's attached. It's believed that it's usually the dead that do that, but I have heard of other spirits that do that as well. So that's why people will wear something covering their neck or something covering their head. So that's also why some people wear hoodies. I noticed that a buddy on here, Rey de Oros, has mentioned in his videos that's why he wears a hoodie when he's doing his videos, because you never know where that can come from. And if I'm wrong, Rey de Oros, please let me know in the comments. But that's one reason why it's good to wear something on your head and protecting your neck, because spiritual attachments. So that was something that I borrowed from when I was learning Palo, when I was learning about some basics of Spiritismo. That was important, and I still utilize that today. One other thing that I think is important, that isn't mentioned all too much, that I take into consideration when I'm doing a sweeping, or I'm doing an egg cleansing on myself, is I take into consideration the joints. Now, if you go to mexicolore.co.uk, it's a hub of information on Mexica practices and on findings, archaeological findings. There will be an article that you'll read about how they believed that the joints were entry points. So the shoulders, the neck, I believe even a portion of the chest, the hips, the knees, all your joints, all of them, were entry points to evil spirits. And so they did what they could to protect those points. Now, if you take that notion and you transfer it on over into the modern day practices of Mexican curanderismo, you'll see that they'll mark the joints when they're doing the cleansings. Now, did I have a definitive source that says that yes, this is why they mark the joints, because of the old Mexica belief of the joints being the entry points to evil? I don't have any solid evidence to prove that, but it does make sense to me. And in certain Spiritismo groups, they'll mark the joints with cascarilla, which is a chalk eggshell or egg. It's either chalk, eggshell, or shell powder. It all depends on how they mix it up. But it's a white dust that they mark their joints with a cross. And it's for protection. So that's something that I still utilize today. I mark all the joints because it is believed that those are entry points to evil. There's another correlation that I want to make, but I don't think that it might be stretching. If you look at old medieval art and you look at pictures of demons, you'll notice that some of the demons have faces or jaws or mouths on their joints. Now, that may be stretching, but with the way colonization happened and them turning all the old gods into demons, maybe it has something to do with something, maybe it didn't, I don't know. But those are just a couple of things that I have brought in to my personal spiritual practice that have worked really well for me. Another that I borrowed that a lot of people do is wearing white after a cleansing, because it is believed that white will keep you pure for that day, you know, going on into the rest of your week, the rest of your month, if you wear white. So just a few protective measures and interesting things that I have found in the past few years that I've been studying this, that I have noticed can be beneficial to me, and can be beneficial to anybody watching this. So that's it. Watch this movie. It's got subtitles, so you're gonna have to read. So my ADHDers, sorry, but you're gonna kind of have to get used to the subtitles. It's a great movie about Allan Kardec. If you don't know who Allan Kardec is and you exude mediumistic capabilities, I would definitely say look into who Allan Kardec is. This movie and this one. It's called Astral City. It's on Prime. You might have to buy it. Totally worth it. And it's the accounts of a medium called Chico Xavier. Must watch. Also, after that, check out Lailani's The Magical Solution on YouTube. She has a whole series on Spiritism, and she reads you the books and explains the books.